I did some work on the anthropology of the doctrine of the elders. So in many tribal and agricultural societies, there's this, what would you call, proclivity for governance to devolve towards so-called elders. And they're often male, but not always, because the wise females can play a role too. And so then the question is, in these societies, cross-culturally, who's elevated to the status of elder? And you might say, well, it's the roughest, toughest, most dominant, chimp-like, oppressive, patriarchal male. And that actually happens to not be the case at all. And so what you do see is that productive males who are older, so they have to be productive, who are simultaneously generous and reciprocal and are recognized as such in their communities, hold the status of authority and help govern properly. And so we could say that there's no evidence whatsoever on the scientific or anthropological front that the doctrine that the prime human motivation for the construction of social relations is power. And I would add to that further that if you think that power is the fundamental motivation of humankind, that is a confession, not an observation. And so look out for people who make that claim, because they're making that claim to justify to themselves their own use of psychopathic and narcissistic social mediation strategies. And so I don't see that the leftists who make the claim that power is the fundamental motivation have a shred of evidence on their side, sociologically, scientifically, anthropologically, politically, economically, theologically, or ethically. And then we might add to that, just in closing, an observation that you already made, which is, okay, guys, if it's not capitalism, which, to be admitted, produces inequality, just like every other bloody economic system we've ever created, then what is it? And then the idea would be, well, it's the socialist utopia where everybody has what they need and does for others what they can, to paraphrase Marx's famous dicta. And you might say, well,